Hello, this is Mike Swanson. You're listening to the Inside Wall Street Window podcast. Today's August the 27th, 2025. And the thing is, I was just looking, in August 27, 2024, exactly 1 year ago, was the last time I uploaded a podcast at all. That podcast was titled, How is this gold rally going to play out for the rest of 2024? And in it, I spoke with Jordan Roy-Byrne. And of course, gold continued to go up the rest of that year. Has been going up this year to be one of the top performing asset classes in the entire financial markets. The GDX Gold Stock ETF, in fact, is up more year to date than NVIDIA is. And many gold stocks are up 100%. I talk about them in my newsletter. I never stopped writing my emails, but I did stop doing podcasts and putting YouTube videos up on the internet for people last year. I simply felt there are multiple reasons, but one of them was I felt like I didn't have a whole lot of new things to say. I know the general public thinks in terms of picks and predictions, which is not how I think. I think more about investing trends. And gold was, in my view, and silver was going to be a huge trend that would last for years. And once it started to go up, it was happening. And here we are. And I didn't really have any more predictions to make about it in that sense. But the YouTube algorithm pushes out the content that the masses want. And that's why it's prioritized the crypto gurus in what I think of as their hype over more rational based or thoughtful investing. No one on YouTube talks about looking at the valuations that a stock is trading at or the market is trading at and so forth. Fundamentals and valuations are things no one talks about anymore because the social media platforms dominate what people see and therefore what they think. And none of that is on there. It's just not pushed out by the algorithms. And I was becoming more frustrated by this, and I just wanted to stop putting out content for these big tech platforms. But I've come to think I do have some new things I want to say and share with people about investing and things I've learned in the markets in the past 25 years over now that I've been in them, and things I've never really talked about before. So what I started to do is put together what's essentially going to be a series of videos, like a video course. I'm still putting it together about investing and trading, portfolio rebalancing, and so forth. Concepts I know that aren't popular, but my thinking is if a friend of mine, wanted to know how to get started in the markets and how to really be successful without doing risky trading or taking big risks, how would they go about it? So, and that's the thought. That's what my goal has been over the past 10 years, to limit my risks while maximizing my returns at the same time. It's a bit of a paradox. But these are concepts I'm going to talk about much later and in depth with you. But it'll probably come out around New Year's, because what I want to try again on YouTube ahead of releasing these videos, I'm trying to restart my YouTube channel. I haven't put a new video up all year until a couple days ago. So I'm trying to build an audience back up, let YouTube know I'm back, and the people on YouTube to know that too. So I started to put up some of these short videos commenting about individual stocks or news items about the financial markets or the economy to start to build an audience up ahead of my expected release of this big video series that I'm really building slowly. You know, I'm doing more than one take of these videos and editing them and so forth. So a lot of thinking is going into it in preparation, whereas in the past I would just wing it, so to speak. And that's frankly what I'm doing recording this. I'm not going to go back and do it again for you. But I also have lots of interests that I want to write about in historical interests about the Cold War, the Vietnam War, the Kennedy era, and so forth, which I've written 2 books about, The War State and Why the Vietnam War already. But I'm doing research on that. These new GFK files have come out. I've been looking at some of them. So I've been trying to figure out a way to put that on the internet. I started up a Substack, but I'm not sure if that's something that's really necessary to do it or not. So I'm kind of playing around with different things this month, and my plan is to keep doing that in September. And I once did a podcast called The Past American Century where I talked with people interested in that stuff. I may revive that at some point too. And I'm trying to figure out, should I make another YouTube channel just about those topics or somehow just put it all in Wall Street Window? There's just different things I'm trying to figure out how do I want to do it. But one thing about this podcast is audio. It's designed as an audio podcast. It goes out to various podcast feeds. But it's not going to get pushed by the YouTube algorithm at all. It just won't. It'll hardly get any views on YouTube because everything I've said in this is not something a random person is going to have any interest in hearing about. They don't know who I am and so forth. So in a way, this audio format, and YouTube has multiple formats. The shorts, which is, I've been doing a couple of them to kind of activate the channel. And my plan is to activate the channel for really 28 days. I think that's how long it takes for that to happen. And then I'll be putting out more meaningful content. But I'm just putting out these little shorts for now. But they got that's one form of content, the shorts, the so-called long form video format, which is, 5 minutes or longer. And those are the ones where you see me do a lot of over the years. And then the live videos, which I've only done a couple. So I may try to do every format. And podcasts is on there too. But YouTube doesn't really push them or promote them. But what they do is when you have a podcast, it creates an RSS feed. And then what I mean is, I'm using Spreaker to make mine. YouTube can pick that up and then it'll stick it into the YouTube channel and show it to the people who are most interested in your channel, the people that watch it the most frequently. And so that's kind of the audience. But this enables me to talk with you like I'm doing now, the dedicated audience, the so-called hardcore audience, whatever you want to call it, without having to worry about the algorithm. And it's tough because, when you make content, you worry about the algorithm. If the public turns away from it, then YouTube will think, well, this isn't what people want to see, and then they downgrade it. That's why the hype works so well. That's why the YouTube algorithm promotes these crypto gurus, because they hype, and that gets them attention, and people like to hear it. It's vastly distorted the financial niche and degraded it from what it was 10 years ago. And one small hope I have is maybe if I try to get back into this, I can be a part of trying to push back on that. And it may be possible to do it. I've had some thoughts about that. So anyway, everything's going good for me. I just haven't been making, this content for social media and YouTube for over a year now, really. But I'm back, so to speak, and we'll see how it goes over the next couple months. But I'm really, looking forward to putting out some meaningful content and videos, and then maybe eventually stuff about other interests that I have too next year. So all that said, I'll be talking with you later.